First helicopter pilot on the show. What got you interested in flying?
Believe it or not, the Vietnam War was going on, right? And they always had Hueys zipping across the screen. I was like, I'm going to do that. Fast forward a number of years, I'm in high school. My senior year, I'm planning on following on to college. And then I start thinking, if I go to school, I'm just going to party. I was like, I always wanted to fly helicopters. So I go into the Army recruiter that my friend had been to. I'm like, I want to fly helicopters. And he's like, whoa, hold on now. And I saw it on TV. You can go from high school to flight school. And he's like, pump the brakes turbo. It doesn't really work like that, That's how things were, up until really Operation Anaconda. And that's its own conversation. We can go there if you want.
Let's go into it.
And we are just flying it, 12,000 feet. I can see tracer fire going both ways. I see explosions.
You graduate, you're one of the best helicopter pilots in the world.
I'd like to think so. So I take off, head into the embassy, and I don't have a choice. And all of a sudden, my flares go off automatically, right? In the movies, you get a surface-to-air missile fired at you. It's a heat seeker. And it's like, a missile, 2 o'clock.
Everyone defending!
It's more like, it goes by, and you go, holy crap, it didn't hit us. This was a good example of why I kind of figured I was going to die on every deployment. We're flying along, the weather is terrible. We're in Afghanistan, my heart's like boom, boom, boom. And we run into a sandstorm. You can't see out past the probe, the refuel probe. There's like St. Elmo's fire on it, like little sparks. And the DAPs are in tight. We're at about 200 feet above the ground, flying across the northern dunes. And they're tucked in tight. And they can't see me. And the colonel says, Al, what do you think? I said, sir, I think we just TF, which is terrain falling radar. Never been done before in our aircraft, for real. He goes, execute. Dust kind of settles, and we are surrounded by Afghan men. Could be Taliban, could be Northern Alliance. I don't know. We did that night after night after night. There was an OGA pilot named Ned. He flew Mi-17s out of Dushanbe into Afghanistan, Panjshir Valley and stuff. So he stopped in and gave us a bottle of Jack Daniels. Arlo had the bottle, and we snuck off in the bunker. And we're like, what do you think? And I said, dude, I don't think we're going to live another mission. And he said, yeah, I agree. And what do we do? It's a little emotional. We're just going to do it. And there's nobody else who's going to do it other than us. And so we did. We did, we put 21 teams in, I think. In the movie 12 Strong, it's one team, for simplicity. But it was 21 teams.
21 teams.
21 teams, yeah. We get told, you put all those teams in, Chinooks are going home. And I actually moved the last team from a field site to a place that had a 130 strip. And we're like, yes, we're going home next week, right? And Arlo's team gets sent to Bagram, first Americans down there, for this place called Tora Bora.
President Bush said today it may take another day, it may take another year, but the United States will get Osama bin Laden. In Afghanistan, the general in charge of U.S. forces is reporting, and I quote, steady progress in the Battle of Tora Bora.
They take the Delta guys down there, they got 2 Chinooks, and they are dropping bombs like nobody's business, right? Those mountains glowed for a week after that. He disappears off the radio, bin Laden, because he's severely injured. And the whole thing where he's apologizing to the brothers.
Inside this building, the American team listened to bin Laden on the radio. Fury wrote down the translation in a notebook.
Quote, our prayers were not answered. Times are dire and bad. We did not get support from the apostates who are our brothers. I'm sorry for bringing you here. It is okay to surrender, end quote.
And we stopped bombing him because he was off the net for a night. and CENTCOM thought he was dead. I don't know if you ever read the book by Dalton Fury. He was the Delta commander who had bin Laden within small arms range, and they were going to kill him. And the Afghans that led them to bin Laden didn't realize they were going to kill him, and they switched sides.
This is all one deployment?
Yeah. We're going to do 2 infills at one time. We get to the top of the mountain, and I look off to my right, and there's a donkey tied to a tree, and a Dishka, so it's a 14.5 millimeter anti-aircraft machine gun, right, heavy machine gun. And it's sitting there, nobody's touching it. In order to talk to me, he had to be on the aircraft headset. So he was in this transition period, taking his headset off, and I said, hey, tell the team leader to keep his headset on, I gotta talk to him. What's up? I said, you got a donkey to the right, you got a machine gun, and then somebody pops up to the left. I watch as an RPG slowly comes at me. It exploded just behind me, and I can't do anything. I can see stars up above, and I was like, hey guys, I'm sorry, we're done.
Damn, Al. Holy.
While I'm at Gardez, the CIA guys that are running the thing go, hey, here's a sat phone. You need to call your wife because this is about to hit CNN. Think about it. If I called her, even if she didn't tell anybody that I was okay, they would know. So I took one for the team, if you will, and did what I was supposed to do. I didn't call my wife. So for roughly 2 days, she thought I was dead. And when I finally get back to Bagram, after the debrief, I call her on the landline, and she's like, why didn't you call me? And I was like, I can't. You know I can't. She never forgave me for that, and it tied into all of the family problems we had after that.
Do you regret not calling her?